What's happening, boys? Will Freeman, RevolutionaryLifestyleDesign.com. Coming at you today, part 2 on how to make money online. Selling a product. This is going to cover blogging, dropshipping, and Amazon FBA to a degree. As I said before, I recommend selling a service. You can check out part 1 of this series. You can also check out my video and article, how to start a service-based business. That is my advice for like the vast fucking majority of guys. But selling a product is an option, right? I'm selling a product right now. I sell ebooks. I also do affiliate marketing a little bit on my site for products that I actually use. But this is my fifth fucking product-based business. I failed at 2 online magazines. One was a Vice magazine ripoff. The other was a fashion blog. I failed at my tech business, which is helping people move. We were selling a product. And I also failed at Amazon FBA, which I did last year. So I am very good at failing at product-based businesses online. And I've succeeded at Revolutionary Lifestyle Design to where I live very comfortably in Thailand. However, I do not recommend a product-based business for a number of reasons. The main one is that the failure rate is anywhere from 60 to 90%. All right. For RLD, what got me to actually succeed and become top 1% is my passion for it. I just fucking love it. I love RLD. I love what I do. I love being involved, helping you guys and doing videos and articles and writing books and shit. It took me 3 years to make money, okay? In that time, I made less than a fucking Bangladeshi factory worker, if we're talking about just pure hours of investment. Blogging is the absolute fucking slowest way to make money for the first 3 to 4 years. It is the absolute worst return on the time that you put in, okay? It's a great return on your investment, just monetarily, but a return on your time, it's probably the worst. I mean, your fucking hourly rate is less than like a Bangladeshi factory workers. I'm almost serious, if not serious. All right. And now I'm top 1%. Okay, I'm top 1%. I get 100,000 monthly visitors. You can check my Alexa rankings. I'm not making that up. I'm top 1% in the world, and it took 3 to 4 years to get there. And even then, I'm making enough to like be wealthy in Thailand, but I'd just be doing like okay if I was still living back home. Idiots. So that's the deal. Anyways, as you can see, I'm up here on Dosu Tep, surrounded by people who are not making money online, like most people. You gotta be fucking serious. Most people aren't serious. They just fuck around and they drive their bike into a fucking wall, into like a steel fence, even though they can see it from miles away because they're not fucking serious. You got to be serious, and if you want to do like a passion-based business like I have, you need to be top 0.1%. Okay, I'm not even in it for where I am right now. I started this to be top 0.1%. Okay, I'm top 1% now. For the next 2 years, I'll be top 0.1%. That'll be like 6.5, 7 years in. But I started this business with that in mind, right? I would not have started this unless I plan to become huge. Otherwise, I would never have done a blog. For me, the blog is not about a blog. It's about a brand. Okay, and it goes across SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, which I don't use that much. Basically, like my website and YouTube are the big ones. But it's gonna go across every level, and I'm gonna keep up when it gets into virtual reality. I'm keeping up now, moving into more videos instead of articles. Whatever the fuck the next thing is, I'm staying on top of that because it's about building that fucking brand, right? And that's what I wanted to do when I started. I was committed to building that brand, to be doing seminars and shit like that I'm gonna be doing in the future. Top 0.1%. That's why I started this. Top 1% for a pure passion-based business is probably not even gonna be enough. Top 0.1%. But check out my video on passion versus profit-based business. All right. With that said, blogging has some fucking tremendous benefits to it. Tremendous benefits like passive income. I just wake up to money. No clients, no customer management. I don't have to deal with anything, right? The only thing I used to have to do was check my emails to see if I had to give a refund out. Then I just got rid of the refunds. Now I don't have to worry about any of that anymore. I don't have to check my emails. I don't have to answer emails unless I want to answer a guy, like he has a really good question. No investment costs, no inventory. Like, once you write an ebook, you have a perpetual product for the next 10 years. I'm making money now off stuff I wrote 3 years ago that never have to reship, never have to get more inventory. It's a digital product, so it's just a perpetual product forever, which is a really amazing thing. And I'll probably be making money off that sex book for the next 7 years, which is How to Fuck Women Properly. You can find it on my website, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com. That will probably be making money for the next 7 years. I'll probably get a decade out of that book. Maybe a decade out of How to Get Laid on Tinder, but it'll be repurposed towards just how to get laid online in general, factoring in all the sites. But it's an incredible fucking return that you can get on those books and shit. No suppliers. You don't have to deal with suppliers ever, which is good. Insane margins. Okay, it costs me like $300 or $400 to do a book, basically to pay guys to edit it and to do the graphics and shit. Like, the total is like $400. Within a day of the motherfucking launch, the day of the launch, I make my money back. I make my entire investment back the day of the launch, and my monthly expenses are not particularly high. They're high for a blogger, but like, overall, I think I've got 15 different online companies that I have to pay for like $150 or $200 a month. So like $2,000 a year, basically. Not a whole lot. My margins are fucking in the thousands of percent in terms of my, return on my investment. It's incredible. And super low expenses. Really, to blog, you just need an internet connection. You need a decent phone to do videos and some little things, but not a lot of fucking expenses. Insane return on your investment. It's also scalable. That's the best thing about doing something like a blog, is that I can just continually scale. And the biggest benefit of blog is time. The biggest way to get traffic is time. Like, articles I wrote 3 years ago are just kicking in on Google and just starting to get like the big traffic comes in. It takes like a couple years to get it. My videos on YouTube are just starting to get the big traffic coming in, like 70,000 visits and above and shit like that. Okay, so like, it's scalable, and it scales like exponentially, like a hockey stick traction. So you start off flat and then you really scale up exponentially on something like a blog, right? That's why I'm saying, if you're gonna do a blog or the personal branding, you got to be at least like 4 to 5 years in before you got to think at least 4 to 5 years before the cash starts coming in, because you got to wait for that hockey stick traction to come in. But then it's like infinitely scalable. I don't have to do anything. I could go from 100,000 visits on my website a month to 1 million, and I could still use the same hosting company because I have a good hosting company. They could scale me up to all that. It would really just be like, an extra $300 or $400 a month to handle that traffic. Same with YouTube. I don't have to do anything at all. YouTube handles all the fucking servers and all that shit. I just have to keep making more videos. So blogs are insanely scalable, which is awesome. And you're not selling your time for money, all right? That's a big thing for me, all right? The fact that I don't have to sell my time for money. I used to when I was a salesman, but I don't anymore. So my time goes to doing stuff like this for videos and articles, stuff that's going to be making me money. Every video and article I do, to me, is like a sales tool. This is a sales tool to get you to buy into me as an authority. So the more of this I do, the more money I'm going to generate in the future. And it's going to be passive money as opposed to active money and selling my time for money, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. So those are the upsides of blogging. But as I said, and as I've covered in a lot of my articles, I do not recommend blogging. It is too fucking hard. You have to have like insane experience. I didn't start this till I was 30. I'm 34 to do lifestyle blogging. Like, I had to have, 30 years of lifestyle experience before I felt capable of doing this shit. You gotta be at least the top 1%. But if you're aiming to do a blog, don't even bother if you're just aiming for the top 1%, 100,000 visitors. Only do it if you're aiming for top 0.01%, like 500,000 a month, because that's what you're gonna need to get to 6 figures. And like, even 6 figures is not worth it for a blog, because it takes so many years to get there. You should be aiming for like 200,000 or 300,000. Otherwise, if you want just fucking 6 figures, you can do that in a year with a service-based business. Much easier. You don't even probably need to be in the top 1%, let alone the top 0.1%. All right. That's why I recommend service-based business for the vast majority of people in a proven market. Lifestyle design and this shit, my whole market was like unproven when I started this. You know, it's a crazy thing to do. I do not recommend blogging for the vast majority of guys. I will have something up on how to make money blogging at some point, like an in-depth guide, but it is for very few amount of people. All right. Your other option is Amazon FBA or dropshipping. All right. Again, I do not recommend Amazon FBA or dropshipping for the vast majority of people for different reasons. Okay. But if you are interested, check out my interview with Nick Nirov, who is another YouTuber, and he makes he's 25, he lives out here in Chiang Mai, where I live, makes 10K a month off of one Amazon store, okay? And in that, we break down how he does it. But again, the failure rate on those Amazon FBAs, we both agree, is anywhere from 60% to 90%. And as I said, I failed. I was doing RLD last year, and I gave dropshipping or Amazon FBA a shot and failed at that. And that was with like almost a decade of business experience behind me. I had another guy that I did it with, Aaron from Friedman Fulfillment, who was a very sharp guy. We had a lot of money behind it that we could do. But again, we just got, you know, by the time we got our niche on and ready to go, 9 other guys came in drop shipping and just like slashing the prices, and they just they killed that niche for everybody. It was just dead by the time, dead on arrival. And that's, I think, what will happen to the vast majority of Amazon stores. Like, more guys clue in, the niches get scarcer and scarcer, the competition gets worse, and more drop shippers come in to slit your throat on your niche. So if you do have a niche that's working, you got to milk that fucking thing until it's dry, until the competition starts coming in, and hopefully you can build a brand around it before 1,000 other guys find your niche and come slit your throat. But like I said, there are guys making money on it. Nick Nirov is one. Check out that video to see how to do that. Again, as I said, probably a 60 to 90% failure rate in the dropshipping Amazon FBA. I do not recommend any courses. I know all the popular courses. I've had a wink at all the courses. I do not recommend them because they are anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, which is way too fucking much. You could like build a fucking store for $5,000, you know, which is what you should do instead. You know, check out the free resources. Check out Nick Nirov's free YouTube channel. Check out Scott Volker, the Amazing Selling YouTube channel, which is free. All right, if you want to do it, check out all the fucking free material you can get, which is like the vast majority of it's available on YouTube. Really, you just get Jungle Scout, the rank tracker, you get that shit set up, you set up a store, and you find a niche that hopefully no one else has found according to the metrics that you can find from Nick and all the other guys. I'll eventually have a post on it as well about what I did wrong and what you have to do. That's it. I mean, again, I do not recommend a course. I'm not selling anything on Amazon FBA or anything like that. I do not recommend any of those courses because they're too expensive. And do not fucking come out to Thailand to start an FBA or a dropshipping business. Do not fucking do that. I see a million of these guys every month. They come out with like 2 to 3 months savings. They've got no income coming in, barely any savings, and they're hoping that that one store will pay off, and it's their first business. And that's just a recipe for failure. It does not work like that. And then they end up going home after 3 months, going back to with their tail between their legs, going to live with mommy and daddy. Do not do that. If you want to be a digital expat, do it right. Get a business off the ground first before you come out. Get $2,000 a month in revenue coming in and $10,000 to $20,000 in savings before you come out here. All right, that's the fucking move. Have a job, get your Amazon FBA thing on the side, go through your 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 stores to make it fucking click. Then get your profit level to where it's 2 grand. You can get anywhere from like 2 grand to 10 grand from one store. Most likely the 2 to 3 grand range. Save up enough cash, 10 to 15, $20,000 ideally. Then you can come out to Thailand and live like a king. But not before. Do not come out here to start a business. Come out here when you have a fucking business. I really need to make that clear, all right? With that said, if I was 24 again, I'm 34, I would do a service business. I would probably do copywriting. And I would scale up to 6 figures with what I know now, probably within a year and a half, I would say. I do not do service-based business now because, like I said, I'm all in on this product-based business. I'm all in on being the personal development business in that brand because I feel like I can do it, and it's proven me right so far. But otherwise, if I was just a young guy starting out, I would do a service-based business. The big 4 are like coaching, personal training, any type of coaching, marketing, programming, copywriting. Of all the guys I meet out here who are making 6 figures, who are under 30, they are almost always doing one of those 4 businesses. Those are the fucking moves. You can see how to do that and how to make money online part 1. That is still my recommendation. However, like I said, blogging is an option if you fit the criteria, as I recommended. Amazon and FBA and dropshipping is an option if you fit the criteria and are looking at the shit with an open mind, as opposed to like, I'm gonna make a fortune off of this one store and all that. You got to look at it realistically and understand the ins and outs of all this shit. And that's what I'm trying to do in these series of videos. So stay tuned to part 3. I'm gonna break down all the ways to increase your online income, traffic, and conversion rates and all that shit. And then in part 4, I'm gonna cover passion versus profit. Whether you should go for your profit, pure profit, or for pure passion. That's it for today, boys. As always, I want to wish you all the best. Wish much love to you. And I want to thank you for watching on YouTube, listening on iTunes, listening on SoundCloud, or checking out my website, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com. All the best, my man.